Hello, and thanks for taking the time to check out this video. I'm going to make it nice and quick, but there is something I am so excited to share with you. So, for the last 14 years of running The Presenter, one of the things that is quite stressful for us as presentation designers, and I know it's stressful for our clients, is when we build lovely looking PowerPoint templates that then just get trashed by the hundreds of people that use it within an organization. Everything ends up looking off-brand. People are using their own imagery, they're doing their own thing with typography, and we end up having to work with the clients again to kind of undo all of the hard work that we initially did. Now, it doesn't happen for everyone. You can get around it with some good training most of the time, but we are now partnering with these guys right next to me here in the top right hand corner, Slide Hub. So Slide Hub is a PowerPoint management system, and rather than me talk about it, I just want to show you because it's super exciting. And if you like the looks of this, let me know, and I'm happy to give you a more in-depth demo and some more in-depth information as well. So let's imagine I need to build a proposal for someone who's contacted me interested in, let's say, a Prezi design rather than a PowerPoint. So I want my proposal to have some really nice Prezi design case studies in it. Now, rather than opening up past presentations and copying and pasting slides from all over the place, what I can do is use my PowerPoint management system. So I'm going to click on the Slide Hub add-in, which is a really simple add-in that everyone should be able to install very, very easily. I say that, I know that sometimes you will have to kind of cut through some red tape and, sweet talk some IT people to make that happen. But trust me, it's well worth it. So what I'm going to do now is in this menu that's just appeared below me, I'm going to click on the presenter slides, and that brings me up a menu of all of the slides that I have put into my Slide Hub library. So I'm going to click these in the order I'd probably want to see them appear. First I want a title slide. Then I'll have some info about our Prezi Design Services. Then, of course, it makes sense to have some Prezi Design projects. So let's go with the Logitech project, the Maple project, and let's do the National Trust project as well. And then, of course, after that, I'd probably want our pricing page, and I'd probably add a thank you slide or like a testimonial slide. Neither of those I've actually got uploaded in the library right now, but I can build those and I can add them to the library very easily, and I'll show you the process of that in just a second. But for now, I'm going to press the insert button. That will take a few seconds, maybe 20 or 30 seconds to run through that. And then magically, all of those slides will be placed into the PowerPoint, the blank PowerPoint that I started from. And it's just such a huge, huge time saver. The nice thing about this as well, which is I'm hoping going to be music to your ears, all of these slides in my library, I can 100% lock everything down so that nobody is ever going to be able to make a change. Now, you don't have to do that on every slide. There will be slides where you want to give people some freedom to change some text or imagery or whatever it may be, maybe some charts and some figures. But there will be a lot of slides where, you've spent quite a lot of time, maybe working with us to design some slides that have a really good message. They look fantastic, and you don't want people to trash them. So with those slides, there's a simple lock button that you click when you upload. I'll show you that in a second. And no one can ever change a thing. It's, as soon as I heard about that, it was music to my ears. I'm sure it will be to yours. So here's my presentation. I've got 9 slides that I've selected. I can go through and add my titles and things. So this is an unlock slide for me at the moment. I've then got my Prezi Design Service info, the projects themselves. By the way, any animation or transitions that you had in the designing of these slides before you uploaded them to your library, all of that remains. These slides in particular have video content on them as well. So if I just go into present mode, you'll see here that there is a video actually that plays on these slides. So you don't need to worry about any limitations with having content like that on slides that you want to upload to your library. It's a really, really great system, and it seems to handle a lot of different types of media when you upload. So we've got everything here now. I've just built a pretty standard proposal within a few seconds, rather than the way that most people are doing it, and that's, oh, let's open the past proposal that we did, let's change the company name and logo, and away we go. And then obviously they make a lot of mistakes, they'll break stuff, and you end up with presentations that don't really look like you and the rest of the brand team would want them to look. Now, a couple of other nice things about this system, and I don't want to make this video too long for you, but if there is a slide that someone needs and it isn't in the library, this system actually has what we call inspiration slides. So this is a built-in library of thousands and thousands of different layouts. So again, you are kind of allowing people a little bit of freedom here to choose something. But let's say we want to have a timeline. We just click on the timeline label on the left. Let's insert this one. It's probably not going to fit very well with the design of everything else. But what you can see is that apart from the black text in the middle I'd need to edit, everything else is on brand. It's in the same colors. It's using the nice pinks and blues from my own branding. And all I have to do is populate it with the text. So again, you're giving people a huge library to choose from so that they don't have to try and be creatives. They don't have to try and be presentation designers. You can populate that library yourself as well with your own icons. So if I click on icons here, first thing we've got is standard logos, but we can upload a whole library, as many as you want, of your own icons. So one of the things we do for a lot of our clients, as you probably know, is we build a PowerPoint template. We normally add a big library of icons somewhere in that template as well. We can add those into here. So if someone does have an editable slide and they need to add icons, they can get them from the library again, rather than trying to find them themselves and probably grabbing something that's really pixelated and just doesn't look good at all. So that's the PowerPoint side of things. I just want to very quickly go to my web browser and show you how this looks from an admin kind of manager point of view. So I'm logged in here as the manager of my company's Slide Hub library, and I want to upload a new slide. So all I'm going to do here is click Add New, click on the upload button, and I'm going to give Josh, our design manager, the ability to create presentations as well. So he will obviously need his own intro slide. So I'm going to upload that now. It will give you warning messages about, this one's about GDPR. It might warn you about random fonts in the slide. You can ignore those, or you can kind of take action against some of them. But I'm going to add this as a standalone slide and click Next. And what I've done here is I've created a series of categories and subcategories as well. So this, of course, is an intro slide. I'm going to click Intro Slide. If it was a new case study slide for a Prezi project, I would, of course, choose Prezi project. That just means if you've got a huge library of content, you're going to make it much, much easier for people to search and find the right slides that they need, because they can go to those categories rather than trying to think, what was that, what's that particular slide I need. So I'm going to click Next to that. Here's the slide we want. Click Next again. And there's a screen that will load in just a second. In fact, I can go straight to it now. So on this screen here, I'm going to make this a high priority slide. So that just means it appears earlier in the search results. It takes priority over other things, which is quite nice. And this is the little button that I was talking about earlier. So for this slide, I'm going to leave it unlocked because if Josh uses this system, I want him to be able to enter the title and put in, you know, some subtitle and things like that. But if it was a slide that I never wanted anyone to edit, I just tick that box. You can see then that there's a little padlock above the slide. People can use this slide, they can bring it through to a presentation, but they will never ever be able to make a change to it. And that is a huge, huge benefit. So I'm going to leave it unlocked for this one at the moment, but you can lock things very easily. I'm going to press save and continue. That slide will now be loaded. And what that means is if I want to, I can go all the way back here and I can get rid of my intro slide and I can very quickly just bring in Josh's and then change the order of that, so that's at the front, and there we go. And then I can put Josh's name and title and everything in there as well. One final thing before I go, what happens if we make a change to a slide? So let's just say that I am going to change this slide so that it does actually have Josh's name already in it. Let's say Design Manager, like so. Over here on the right, so just below me, I'm going to click Update the slide directly in the library. That update that I've just made, adding Josh's name, now gets uploaded to the library. Anybody who has that slide in a PowerPoint presentation, when they next open it, they will see this little icon appear and they can click to download the latest version. So it's a really, really great system. It's not like you just build a presentation as a one-off and then it sits apart from everything else. When you make updates to slides as well, you can update the entire library and that can also feed down to everyone's presentations. Now, there's lots and lots of other stuff I could talk about, but I'm hoping if you've got this far in the video, thank you very much for listening to my excited ramblings. But if you want any more information on this, in terms of pricing, how the licensing works, how our relationship with SlideHub works so that we can, you know, get you guys on board with it, let me know. But the one thing to mention is that our partnership with SlideHub does mean that you can get a 90-day free trial, completely free, no strings attached. You know, you're not going to be asked to sign your life away or anything at all. You can test this out for 90 days completely free. So if it sounds interesting, let me know and we can get you in touch with the right people to make that happen. But thank you again for listening and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.